And we can now put this down because it is movie time.
Enter. Your Grace, your guest has arrived. Pray, come in and take your ease.
It's well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
Certainly is.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Such noble words after the fact.
Just wait for your voice to change. It will happen very, very soon.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of her grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any.
There you go, Emmerich.
Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the
Good.
blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Good to hear it.
Very well.
Don't trust him, Alphino. It's danger.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
I hate that word. There he is.
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
Several. Get drunk.
You may go. Your Grace.
Don't like you either.
You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy.
Okay. I don't look bothered. I'm fine.
You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence.
Yeah, wrong there.
But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few.
It's a good shout, especially for someone like
Yet,
Ul'Dah.
that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand.
Yeah, of course I
You
will.
who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me?
Yeah, go on then.
I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. How much we have both changed since that day we met beneath the Sultan tree. And the days ahead promise to change us further still. I hope that we will recognize ourselves when all of this is over.
Oh, we will. We will. But, maybe not now. There's Artemis. It certainly is. Good hearing. Yeah, this ain't good. Oh look, you somehow magically arrive once it happens. You little bastard.
Your Grace! Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead.
I call bullshit on this.
Poison in her wine? You did this!
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance.
Convenient you know that.
I hereby accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
Yeah, that smug smile on his face.
I have to admit, the first time I watched this, I was amazed. And now you're in trouble.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
You're all bastards, a lot of you.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
You're in trouble, mate.
the meaning of this?
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
No, it can't.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Very
Most
right.
fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
Excuse me, Mr. Bike. And there is Thancred. Yeah. With the lady in waiting.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
I love this guy.
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Oh, shut up.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
No, he wasn't. Quite right.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts.
Oh, for goodness sake. Burn the witch, apparently.
You'd best come along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals.
I love this
Come
guy.
then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
That's the last we see of him for a while. Hash tones.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us, now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthus. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Oh, shut up, like you were any better.
Wait, Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
That's a load of bullshit.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
I ain't done nothing. Can't prove anything.
This woman stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamu Ul'Namo and is suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
Quiet,
This is
Ul'Dah.
madness!
Knew you were bastard.
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison her grace was found upon the assassin's person.
There you go. That's what that vial was. Because that's who he phoned. Or called, I should say.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded her grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
I am watching this.
How
I'm
dare
talking
you!
to my partner on the
After
phone.
all we have done for Ul'Dah!
Responding, no.
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield. Oh yes, I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will.
Think they can speak for themselves?
And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
Because he's crazy.
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
Mm-hmm. Bet she can.
This cannot be. Nanamu. No!
Exactly.
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Ul'Dah. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you.
Shouldn't have said that.
It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
Yeah, you just fucking... Yeah. the rage sets in.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say her grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
Dear.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
What?
Yeah, he deserved that. Doesn't look good on your behalf though, Robon, I have to admit.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members. You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
You're next, you scheming bastard!
Goodbye, Arm.
Oh, Rabon!
7 hells!
Bit of a delayed reaction there, but oh well.
Admiral, we must leave.
Yeah, thanks. Leave me behind. Oh dear, dear.
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And arrest this traitor as well.
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Rabon. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls. And a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter.
This bit's really cold, I remember this.
Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana? It was me.
Yeah. Let me pay for that.
You die!
It's a good fight scene. I will admit.
I never doubted you, not for a moment. There is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
I'll try. And this is where it all goes tits up.
Ah, there you are.
Thancred, where have you been?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers. When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation.
That's a clever idea.
'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
Too long. Too long.
Careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Yes.
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share poor Nanamo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe is thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
But they've got it.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'Dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papashan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Nanamo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel. It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
It's your fault if it don't work, mate. Let's go, let's do it.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Good man.
Crystal Graves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papalimo!
We'll be fine. Stronger than you look. Stronger than they look, sorry.
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now. Find this tunnel of Thancred's.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
Best do as he says. Got him crying over you again. Oh, excuse me. And again. Yeah, she was on it too. Selfish cat. Slice!
Ah! Now look what you've done.
See her eye for the first time.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Nearing the end of my tether.
Go on, take him down.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Go on, take him down.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalymo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
Magic pugilist.
Have it, Ida.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Kaboom. They'll be fine.
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Ul'Dah.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
Oh, incoming.
This way! Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
Nice one, Thancred.
You two go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
So, one moment. There we go. Sorry about that.
Leave us!
And never return. Yeah, me too. I'm getting out of here as well.
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
Oh, lovely.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
Ouchie. Classic sploosh noise.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
'Tis done. Forgive me, Mitra.
Farewell,
It's not goodbye.
Hydaelyn, she speaks to me. No. I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me.
Why?
Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. Tis the only way.
Okay, if you say so. Well, I'm all by myself. Alphino and Pippin. Controller just in case.
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others? Damn that man! Teleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'Dah.
Oh god, it's him again. From the beginning.
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway. Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard!
Off we go.
Get out of there.
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Ul'Dah, and likely needed a helping hand getting away.
Alizae.
Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were. Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon.
Where on earth am I?
Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
I had thought to look out for Alizae, but it would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
You got cocky, but no one could have seen that coming, so don't blame yourself.
And who might you be, young sir?
Pippin Terrapin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames. I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Ul'Dah. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monitarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yep.
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Ul'Dah that I learned of father's fate. Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation, but in the end, 'twas I who needed saving.
Yeah, get over it. Yeah, it's nice and quiet up here. Oh. Now, because they're not talking anymore. And carry on. That was about 40 minutes of, 40 minutes of movie there, but it was very good. Really? You couldn't have just continued that? Oh, you're not talking anyway, who cares? Thancred. Thancred. Sid. Yeah, let's get out of here. Kurthus. Oh, big crocodile. You know what? I feel like taking you down. After all that, I could do with some fighting. You're a bit stronger than what you were. Yeah, actually, top that. You're a bit stronger than I thought, so we'll be fine, thank you. Alright. Let's go. Oh, bots. Lots of bots. Oh, chiffon. He believes me. There we go. Before the dawn.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault. And 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'Dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard.
Good.
As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies.
Yeah, you're our friend.
You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The falling snows, or some such. All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of
I like this guy.
Ul'Dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence.
At least you believe us.
You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions.
Yeah, about that.
'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
And another lot of cutscenes. I think this is it though. This is it before Ishgard. Yep, it's not speaking, but this is the last one. I'm just going to go and refill me water, so I'm back in a moment. Oh, my hair. Ooh. Yeah, I will be back in a moment. I've just noticed there's a rather big spider on my curtain. They're the spiders, but are you inside or outside? Yes, you're inside. Off you get. Come on.
'Tis all my doing.
There we go.
I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought.
Oh, sad music and get Alphino.
Influenced governments with my certainty.
Get on with it. Just get
I
over it.
The Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. It was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Where's the tear? Come on, where's the dripping tear?
Oh, Alphino.
Ugh, that voice. It soon changes, I'll be happy. A mug of cocoa, or something hot, cup of tea. Something nice and warm.
So, Master Alphino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
Damn right.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
I don't like your voice, but you got a point. Oh, don't start the waterworks too. Guilt tripping much. It worked though.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
Oh, there you go. That's the bridge complete, I think. Yeah, that's the bridge. Right, skip that bit. More cutscenes. Ah, carrying on what we left here.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
You're a bunch of bastards, a lot of you. Sorry. He's not happy though. for some reason. Oh, let me just take that off. Oh, and there's Roban in his prison cell. In his rags. That'll do. Don't worry, boy. You'll get out of there. We'll get you out. We will set you free. Ah. La Brea. And Elidibus. Nabriales is no more. The Ardor was not his to invoke, his demise was of his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished the light, that which should have rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. To the northern lands, then? The earth is fertile and the seed well sown. By my will they shall reach salvation unlike any the world has known. Nice rhyme. By his will. By his will. Oh, hello, Urianger. I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and main thine intent known. I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. Urianger, what have you done? You can't join them. And that is where we're going. Ah, Midgardsmere, you're back.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond.
I do. Who are you to tell me I'm wrong?
Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
Serve you wrong. You know what you're talking about. To preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope, their eyes fixed heavensward. Ah, he said it. Well, let's get to Heavensward. Let's get to Ishgard at least. Coming to Ishgard.
The dawn's light will shine again.
New voice!
So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything.
Thank God your voice has changed.
You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Ul'Dah and set things right.
No, you won't.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchiffon.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Gonna get cocky again. Come to Ishgard with us.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmond has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortan. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper.
Yay!
Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
There you go. We have allies.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
Good.
To Ishgard, then. Together. There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Here, here!
Can't remember if your voice has changed. Alphanos definitely has.
Nice. Yay! New music. Sorry, bear with me one moment. Just sank in my hair. So I was trying to dig out. Fortunately, when you have dermatitis, that can get a little annoying. Bloody skin condition. Hold on. Ah! There it goes. Right. I find it weird that he calls it a manservant. Sounds a bit gay. But hey, it's Pride Month, who cares? I may pass. Ah, the music. So much better.
And so they came. At a friend's behest.
I don't need no coat.
Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came.
How rude.
To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus.
A great and proud nation, devoted to Helone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace.
We'll change that.
Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and her companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
From the memoirs of Count Edmund de Forton. Heavensward! At last!